So, first of all, how excited are you with the draft coming up? How excited are you about that and the process that's been going on and possibly being drafted early in the first round?
Yeah, I'm super pumped. Obviously it's been my dream since I was, started playing hockey. So just to have it coming up, within like 2 weeks is really cool. And the process of the whole thing, like it's been a long process, a lot of meetings, a lot of, just went to the combine a couple weeks ago and got to meet all the other prospects, do a bunch more meetings and all that. But like, I just learned to enjoy it because it's a process that only happens once. So it's been really fun, really cool.
So what have you been in interviews with teams and scouts? What have you been telling them about yourself and what they're getting out of you if they draft you?
I just tell them, the type of player I am, the game I play. I'm a high pace offensive player. Like I love to drive the play, score goals, set up those plays, and I think I'm a quality goal scorer. I can always find a way to impact the game on the score sheet night in, night out. And I think the teams know that they're getting that out of me. So I kind of just tell them that.
Do you have a team that you kind of feel like one interview or anything like that went better than the others? A team that you think might go and grab you, or are you just open to whoever?
Yeah, I mean, I think I had a lot of good interviews. I thought a lot went well, but again, like it's so random. Even you think one goes well and one goes bad, the one that went bad might draft you. So you can't really read into it. But
Do you have plans for that night? Are you going to do something special with the family, or how are you going to prepare for draft day?
yep, my whole family's heading up to Montreal, July 5th, and then the draft will be July 7th. So we'll get up there, enjoy the moment, have fun up there, and then on draft night, you know, we'll go out to dinner, all that stuff, and just enjoy the moment. So it'll be a good time.
For you thinking about that moment, have you even thought about how it's going to feel to hear your name called and that whole process? What have you been thinking about as far as that?
Yeah, I think I'll definitely get some chills, and I think it'll be relieving too, like to finally hear the name called. It's been such a big buildup at this point, and just to hear my name and how cool of a moment it is, and it'll be relieving, and it'll give me chills for sure. And then just finding out what organization I'll be going to, and heading there for development camp and stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of fun to look forward to for sure.
You talked about how long it's been as far as this process and all the stuff that's gone into it. Has it helped at least knowing some of the other people, whether they're teammates or guys that you've played against or played with? Has it helped being able to talk with them, or at least be able to share your experiences with them and have some similar experiences?
My NCDP team was, had so much talent. So, there's going to be a lot of first round draft picks off that team. So, just to be able to share that experience with them, and, you know, remind each other to finish these questionnaires and stuff like that on buses was always nice. So, I think that it helps a lot. You got guys around you that are going through the same process. So it's easy to talk about it and be open with it with them. So I think it definitely helped.
Diving into your career a little bit, you talked about how this has been a dream of yours since you started playing hockey. When did you start playing hockey, and how did you get involved in the sport originally?
Yeah, I got involved with it pretty much right when I was like, two, kind of on skates at the house, running around. My dad and brothers, they all were into hockey. My dad played hockey, and then I've two older brothers, one younger. So it's pretty hockey household. So it was easy to fall in love with the game right away. And then from there, I kind of just took over and kind of was the most dedicated in my family. So
When did that dedication really start to show results and pay off? And when did you realize that you had that talent to take your career further than just high school or something like that?
yeah, I think I kind of always had that competitiveness and that drive. So I mean, it helped me out. I feel like I was always kind of wanted to be the best wherever I went. And then I'd say like my freshman year at Shattuck, when it kind of set in, when I wanted to make the national team, and I kind of I committed to Duluth. I kind of knew I was playing past high school at that point, and that's kind of when it set in, where I kind of was like I could make a living out of this.
Talk about Duluth. What was that college recruiting process like, and how did you end up deciding on Duluth as the place you wanted to play?
Yeah, so the process was like, checking out other schools, talking to coaches, all that. And then, what stuck out to me to Duluth was, they just won a back-to-back national championship. They're winning now, and they got Scott Sandlin there, who's a wonderful coach, and Adam Krause, Derek Plan, like they got a great coaching staff, and they just have a winning culture, and they know how to develop guys to the next level. So I thought it was, you're going there to win, and then you're also going there to develop and be your best version in the NHL. So I thought that was for sure the best option for me.
Was there any other school that might have pulled you away from Duluth? What were the final kind of choices you had?
Yeah, my final two was North Dakota and Duluth, and then I ultimately chose Duluth.
Going to the national team side of things, I mean, what was it like to take your game to that level and be playing, not just with the best players from a state or a region, but the best players in the country, and you're going up against, them as well?
Yeah, that whole process was really fun. It's a big jump, obviously, from my sophomore to junior year. Is every day competing against those guys, and you get a lot better. And then you go, we're all 17, 16, 17 years old playing in the USHL, and we actually did really well as a team together. A lot of those under 17 teams kind of get beat up and lose a ton of games, but when we had our full team together, had a winning record, and we're playing really well together. So, again, it was a really fun year. It was really competitive. And again, it just kind of develops you because you make that jump up to playing those 20, 21-year-olds in the USHL that year. So, it was super good. And then this year, we got to play those NCAA D1 teams. And again, we had some big wins like over North Dakota, BU, some big wins. So again, it just, they know how to develop you when you play up against those older guys, and we had all the skill in the world, so it was a lot of fun.
For you, we talked about the college recruiting. When did the NHL draft start to kind of creep in, and you realized that you had the possibility of getting drafted, and then also the possibility of getting drafted very early, in the first round?
Yeah, it was, pretty much when you go to the national team, that stuff starts that's just kind of in your system at that point, because there's so much, buzz around the national team, and with the NHL, you'll see the older team, because I was called up playing with them. So you just got to see those guys go through it and all the interviews and stuff. So it's kind of just right in front of your face. So, but it really hit in the beginning of this year, because that's when, I started having the interviews and all that. And that's kind of when it first, initially hit in, where, this is happening, it's finally my draft year. So it was, it's been a fun and exciting year for sure.
I know that you've developed your game a lot over the years. Has there been certain players or that you've looked up to or watched that you try and take what they've done, or you like something that they do and try and imply it and implement it into your game?
Yeah, I like watching Jake Gensel from the Penguins. Like he can score and he can set up plays. He's just that offensive threat. He knows how to play with the good players and find those soft spots and all that. So he's a guy that I enjoy watching. Nikita Kucherov's another, just wicked smart, always knows where he's going with the puck, and he's got a bomb, can bury it. So probably those two guys.
When I look at every draft prospect scouting sheet, whatever that is talking about you, they'll always mention that you're a little undersized. Has that ever been a problem for you, and how have you overcome that with your talent and your skill?
Yeah, no, it's never been a problem for me. I always feel like I'm one of the strongest guys on the ice. And then again, I just got that compete level. So I'm always going to win those puck battles and in the corners and stuff. And then again, I think I just have, the skill to make up for that. Like I'm never afraid to make a move, get around a guy, protect the puck, all that. So, it's never been an issue for me. And it won't be. So.
A lot of big stuff coming up right now. I know you got the draft, and then there's also, the World Championships in August, and then probably Minnesota-Duluth following that. I mean, what are your thoughts heading into this busy part of your career, and how excited are you for all of those opportunities?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Again, July is going to be pretty booked. I might not even be home at all in the whole month. So, but it'll be a fun process, going back and forth to different places. It'll be again, it really only happens once, so you just got to enjoy it. And then I'll be heading up to Duluth like mid-August. But I'm super pumped for that college hockey season. I think it's a whole different level of fun. You're playing for your school. You're enjoying it. You're having fun student sections, all that. So I'm excited for that.
Isaac, once again, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day and best of luck moving forward.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.